Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today we have with us this Ford Fiesta. So it's in today for some work to be carried out before the MOT test. On this side, on the passenger side front, there's quite a lot of play on the inner tie rod. So we're gonna tackle this today, make sure it's all good, change all the parts. We're going to be replacing the inner tie rod and the track rod as well on this side, and then it'll be ready for its MOT test. We're also going to get the wheel alignment carried out, because when you take all this apart, you want to make sure the steering wheel is nice and straight when the car's driving. So let's get this jacked up. I'll show you how much play it's got on it as well, and then we'll go from there. Let's go. Okay, so I got the car jacked up, got an actual stand on there as well. In the process of taking the wheel off, I just thought I'll quickly show you how much play this inner tie rod has. So I'm going to put the phone, let's get it there, and then I'm going to shake the wheel. So you can see right there how much play that's got, and it's already making noises. So this is why we need to fix this, because it's connected to your steering and you don't want that kind of play. So let's get this off, and then we're going to take everything apart there, change it, and we're good to go. So let's go. Okay, so the wheel's off. Here's a closer look at what's going on here. So you can see right there that steering boot is just all twisted up, but no worries, we got a new one to go there. So what's going to be coming off today is the track rod end here, and then the inner tie rod, the boot. Behind the boot, we'll be able to remove it once that's off, and then we change all of this, and then we're good to go. So let's get going. Okay, so I've got this clip off, also got the boot off, so you can see behind. If I pull the boot off, this is where the inner tie rod ends, and that's where the steering rack begins. So we're going to get this off. You can see this boot is all twisted. It's also split right there, but like I said earlier, we got another one to go on, so that's not a problem. So what you want to do when you are changing this is you have to, obviously, like I've stated before, do wheel alignment after everything's done. But just to get things as close as possible to where it was, it's better to count the turns when this is coming off, and then put it back roughly into the same place, and then you should have a fairly straight steering wheel, and the steering wheel won't be pointing too far to the left or the right when driving. And then obviously the little adjustments can be made once the car goes on the wheel alignment machine. So I'm going to continue taking all of this off, and then we'll take it from there. So let's go. Okay, so I've got the track rod off. It can be a bit difficult to come off at times, so best thing to do, especially if you're reusing this, is leave the nut on so you can't damage the tread on there. And if you just give a few taps right here with a hammer, it should just pop back down. So you can see now it's loose, so I'm going to take this off. Now it's ready to come off. So as I stated before, when you're removing this, you want to count the turns. So every time it goes around and returns back here, just count it and then make a note somewhere, and then when you go to put it back, you know exactly how many turns you have to do to get it roughly in place, and then afterwards you can crack on to go get the wheel alignment done. So let's go. So that's that off. Now we can move on to the other bit. Now the boot can come off. This is really bad. Once again, split right there. Okay. So now you can see this is the inner tie rod. So now we got to get this guy off. Ah, look at that. You can see right there, all that play. So we can't, as you can see, get anything in there because you got the subframe, you got the anti-roll bar going over it. So we need to get a tool in there, a special tool. And what I've gone for is this 3/8 universal tie rod removal tool. So this can be adjusted to whatever size you want. So we're going to place this in there like that, and then we can get an extension bar in there. Just undo it, take it back off, and then just undo it by hand. And the same thing for installing. So let's get that swapped out. Okay, so I've got the tool mounted up there. We're gonna give it a go. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this works. If not, I've got to try something else on it. Okay, I've got the new inner tie rod here. This one, solid, no play at all. So this piece has to go, this is the old piece of the 01, has to go right there. And we're gonna screw this in. So take that off, use it for later. So now installation, same as before. Had to get the tool back in there, tighten it all up. Okay, so I got the tool back in. It's just hand tight at the moment. So go and tighten this now, then we can start putting the rest of the stuff back on. So here we go. Hopefully set tight. Okay, so got it all in. If I try and move this inner tie rod now, you can see it's got no play in it at all, no noises, nothing. It's solid. So that's how they should be. So I know now we have completely eliminated the knocking sound that we had. So now we can start putting the steering boot back on, get everything buttoned up, and then we'll get the tracker end on, put the wheel back on, and then we'll take it for its MOT and wheel alignment. Okay, so the new inner tie rod is on, the new steering boot is also on, steering rack boot. This is a universal type steering rack boot, so it doesn't look exactly the same as the old one that came off, but it's sitting nice and neat in there. And now, like I showed before, if you were to move this, no play whatsoever. So now we can get this new tracker end on, goes over there, and then this car's ready to go for its MOT. So let's go. Okay, so that's roughly where it was. I got about 19 turns, so that's where I'm going to place it now. Get this to go on, put this on. Okay, so there you go. That's the job complete. So new track rod end is on. Got a new knot there as well. Tightened it, but this will also get undone once again once it hits the wheel alignment ramp. So then they'll be able to undo this and adjust the inner tie rod in and out from the track rod, and then get the steering wheel exactly where it needs to be. So now I'm going to get the wheel back on, and then let's get going for its MOT. Okay, so the wheel's back on. I'll just put a light down here once again. So if I now shake the wheel like I did before when we first began, as you can see, no movement and no noises. This is how it should be. So that's it, that completes this job. I'm going to clean things up here, get the car back on the ground, and then we'll catch up again once we get to the MOT place. Okay, so wheel alignment is currently being carried out. So we're going to get all of this adjusted and then road test the vehicle. And then this completes this job. So I'll get all this done and give you an update after. Okay, so that completes this job. So wheel alignment's been carried out and the MOT test, all good, car's passed. Good to get back on the road for another year. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and give us a follow on our Instagram. We'll be bringing more and more content as quick as we can. So thank you for all the followers once again. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.